Hello, welcome to White Birch Tarot. Excuse my voice. I seem to have caught a head cold, and I wasn't going to do this, but it keeps calling me. So this reading is for the total lunar eclipse was actually last night. This is Tuesday night, actually technically Wednesday morning, but it's the middle of the night, Tuesday night. And we had the eclipse in Taurus last night. I looked for it, but I could not see anything happening, and it got too late, so I had to go to bed. But anyway, I hope someone got to see it out there. It's an amazing time because it was opposite so many planets. So many planets in Scorpio opposite the lunar eclipse conjunct Uranus in the North Node in Taurus. So big stuff happening, and I just thought I would just see what happened here. Gonna just read a couple of quotes just for fun. I think I've read this one before, but I really like it. It says, and I don't know who wrote it, who said it, "He who never moves never notices his chains." That's a good one. And this is a quote by William Butler Yeats, the Irish poet, and he said, "Being Irish, he had an abiding sense of tragedy which sustained him through temporary periods of joy." So it's pretty funny, actually. I must have some Irish blood in me. No offense if you're Irish. I think that's kind of funny, but maybe not. Anyway, I drew 3 archetype cards. Perhaps I was over ambitious because I'm not feeling well and it's really late and I should be in bed, but I felt like it. So what the hey? I'm going to be brave. And again, I have no book for these, so I'm on a wing and a prayer here. And every time I feel like I've only used these cards about, 6, 7 times maybe in my life. And almost every single time I get the Eternal Child. And I shuffle these things. So we're back to this again. And it's really interesting because I'm in a metaphysical book club. We discuss different, it's very interesting. And one of the members was discussing his fight with polio when he was a child. And anyway, we were talking about how to connect, like with, the spiritual feeling, like if you want to feel connected to everything. And I was talking about, going out in nature, and that's where I feel my connection mostly is in nature. And he said that he felt that when he was a child. And I feel like if it's in you, then, it should be in there forever. And so it's interesting that I draw the Eternal Child, because that's basically what this is saying, is that whatever connection you felt, you had that deeply rooted connection with the source of your being when you were a child. And the book we're reading is called The Mastery of Life, I think. And it's by the Toltec. He's a Toltec. I don't know if he's a master writer. I don't know what you call him. Don Miguel Ruiz Jr. And anyway, he talks about, in the book, he talks about how we're domesticated as children, and sort of the true essence of us can sometimes be domesticated right out of us. So this is telling me, go back to your original feeling of oneness with everything, which I don't know, maybe not all kids have, but I certainly did. And I still have that when I go outside. I feel like a kid, because I was looking up at the moon last night waiting for it to do its thing, and it was so gorgeous, and the clouds were just like scudding by. Is that a verb? I don't know, it is now. Anyway, and then I drew the vow with a diamond, which reminds me of marriage, and that's interesting. That looks like an eclipse to me, an eclipsed moon. So this card makes me feel like we should ask ourselves, to what are we wedded? What vow have we made in our life that we are sticking to? And that's a very important question, because it's making me think, like, what inside I'm not being very articulate, I'm sorry. Inside yourself, what have you vowed to uphold inside you? The light, the darkness, the truth, the positive, the negative, everything, love. What is it? What are you wedded to inside yourself? That's a really important question to ask yourself. And then I draw the forest. And honestly, without the book, I really don't know what this card... I hear a weird noise again. Every time I do this, I hear a funny noise. To me, the forest could be positive or negative. I love forests myself, and I grew up in Oregon, and this is what our forests look like back there. It's not where I am now, but I feel like this is telling me we can choose. You can feel like you're lost in a dark forest, and I read this quote once, and now I can't remember how it was put, but it was something like, if you walk deep into a dark forest, you could be halfway to the other side, so you might as well keep going. That doesn't sound so profound now at 3:30 in the morning, but whatever. Anyway, there's a gem here, and sometimes you have to walk into the darkness to find what it is you're looking for. And I've kind of been feeling like I've been wandering around in a dark forest lately. So you may too, but sometimes you have to find the truth. Sometimes it's hidden in the darkness. And that reminds me of another quote that I had written down here. Let's see if I can find it. It was, it's an old Chinese proverb, because that looks kind of like, that could be an emerald, it could be jade, it's green. Jade that is not chiseled cannot become a gem. So you might feel like you're in the dark forest right now, but maybe there's a gem waiting for you there. And I'm going to be brave, since I'm brave with the archetype cards. I'm going to be brave. I'm looking over my shoulder. I'm sorry, I heard a weird noise. I'm going to be brave and go with the fairies, who can be very tricky, and we get the dreaming. And this is interesting, and I should have looked up the astrology, because I will next time, and maybe I'll put it in the comments. I'll put that in tomorrow. I know we're going to have some interesting aspects with planets and Neptune. And Neptune is all about the dreaming. So, what is your dream for yourself? If you could imagine anything, if somebody said, what would make your dream come true? What is your dream? What is it? What was it when you were a kid? What'd you believe in? I believed in fairies. And then we get the maiden, which is very similar to the dreaming, because this is sort of youth, innocence, a new beginning. There's a new moon right there. Of course, we just had the full moon, so why am I talking about new moons? I don't know, because they're beginnings. Let me take a quick look at the book. Let's see. Where's my fairy book? I just want to see the key words for the maiden. I mean, I think I know what it is. It's a fresh beginning, and it's, it's innocence, it's purity. She's got first love, wonder, endless possibilities. Okay, always in that magic state between girlhood and womanhood, the maiden lives in the place where everything is possible. Love and romance are her lifeblood, and where she walks in fairy, romance blossoms and love flowers in her wake. Okay, interesting, since we've got this lunar eclipse was in Taurus, which is ruled by Venus, who is, of course, the goddess of love and beauty, romance, and relationship. And Venus is with the Sun and Mercury and the South Node in Scorpio, opposite this lunar eclipse that we just had. So there's a lot of Venus energy going around. So I'm not surprised to see the maiden. And let me just real quick look up the dreaming. I think I know what that is too. I think it's imagination, and again, probably endless possibility. What can you imagine for yourself? Let's see what the keywords are. Yep, creative thoughts, imagination, permission to dream. So Go back to your, try to connect with the child within, and what do you want? What are you looking for in this dark forest that you're wandering through right now? Go ahead and dream. Go ahead and imagine. And, the moon is in Taurus right now. That's great for manifesting. Uranus is in Taurus. That's great for manifesting. This looks to me like a search for, what would fulfill your dream? Okay, I'm rattling on. I'm too tired. I'm going to bed. Thank you for watching. Please hit the like, share, and subscribe button if you feel like it. And I will talk to you later. I hope you had a great eclipse. Thank you. Good night.